Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Miami Dolphins. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They will run for the first time here with White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with White. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. White, he'll try the left side. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 16.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again here, Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. Off the play fake. Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. It's a big play there for Baltimore. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond, as you just noted.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, here's Jackson, rolling to his right. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Running out of the gun with White. And a fast footwork by White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches. Now White lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now a give to White. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. White. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. On 3rd down, Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
61 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. White running to the left. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. First down, here's White. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Wilson. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point safely through. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can.
He's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Second and 11 now. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Second down and goal. Jackson steps away. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On first down, it's White. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done through.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Again. Of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. From the gun, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Jackson. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They go play action with Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the handoff, this is White. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 44, Wilson. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's 3rd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll try and run it in with White. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now a throw here to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down there, just 1 yard. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. It got his man, complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They go play action with Jackson. Trying to improvise. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And a fast footwork by White. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Justin Madubuike. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up second down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Jackson. A check down here to Jones. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the two-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that two-point conversion. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Wilson's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On a handoff, it's White. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And, you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle